Hey everybody, it's your old pal John. Welcome to Humor and History. Today we're going to be talking about 10 words that confuse Americans. This guy looks like he's about to kiss us, so let's get started here.
British English can be super confusing. Hey, let's have a butcher's. You're having a laugh. It's just bants, mate. It's just bants. Fancy a cheeky pint?
Yeah.
And it's not just Americans that don't understand us.
Yeah.
It's the whole world. That's why today I'm here to reveal the meanings of 10 very British words.
Thank God.
All that is coming right up.
Coffee. Alright.
Hello and welcome to Eat Sleep Dream English. If you haven't met me before, my name is Tom and I teach fresh, modern British English so you can take your English to the next level and achieve your life goals. Now before we get going guys, remember to hit that subscribe
And I want to achieve my life's goals.
button, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a single lesson. I put new videos out every Tuesday and every Friday. Alright, let's kick off with number one, builder's tea. This is a colloquial phrase that we use to talk about a strong cup of tea. Now when I say strong, I mean not a lot of milk, okay? So it's quite dark in colour. Traditionally, builders are known for liking their tea, and I guess they would normally have it quite strong. So it's become a phrase. So do you want a builder's tea? Means do you want a cup of strong English breakfast tea? It doesn't get much more British than number two.
Okay, so here we have a dark black coffee. It's the same kind of thing. It means like you would have it after a hangover. And actually, if you were going to work and you need to be alert, you want like real dark coffee, like dark. Some people say tar. So yeah, there's that. But all right, let's get back into it.
Cheeky. Now it's used in a modern context to suggest that something is impromptu. It's kind of spontaneous. Maybe you do it quickly, but not in a rush. You do it quickly, and maybe it's a little bit naughty. So we put it in front of activities. So for example, if I said, let's go for a cheeky pint. Let's go for a cheeky pint. So a cheeky pint would be going for a quick alcoholic drink. The idea here is that it's spontaneous. I've just thought of the idea. Oh, let's go for a cheeky pint. It's quite quick. We're not going to be in the pub all day or all night. It's quite quick. And maybe it's a little bit naughty. Maybe it's something that we shouldn't be doing. So yeah, let's go for a cheeky pint. You might hear someone say, I'm just going to pop out for a cheeky fag. Now, fag in British English is a slang word for cigarette. So I'm just going to pop outside for a cheeky fag. So a impromptu, quick cigarette. There's a restaurant in Britain called Nando's. It's very popular. They sell chicken. And the phrase, let's go for a cheeky Nando's, it has become like a phrase in itself. It means quick, naughty, impromptu Nando's. Yeah, very British. Let's go for a cheeky something. So put cheeky in front of a noun or an activity and you're basically British.
All right, I've heard about this because a lot of people would say like if you say something like a quick joke or a quick, I don't know, quip or whatever, and it's sort of like really smart, I guess, really good. I'll say, "Oh, you cheeky bastards," something like that. We hear that a lot, that phrase a lot in the States. So, oh, by the way, I did color my hair for my son's football game, American football. So, no, sorry, American football is soccer. So, yeah, I did that for their win.
3, bants. Bants. This is a short form of banter.
That's what I figured.
Now, banter, or bants if you prefer, is playful, teasing conversation with someone that you're familiar with, usually someone you're familiar with, and you're teasing each other, you're making jokes about each other. So if your friend's football team just lost, you might say, oh, your team lost, your team's rubbish. It's not in a mean way, It's supposed to be jokey, playful teasing, as I said. If your friend just got a really bad haircut, you might say, oh mate, did your hairdresser cut your hair in the dark? Something like that. Usually it's more funny than that. But so banter is just when you're playfully joking with people. As I say, it's usually with your friends or work colleagues or something. It could be with someone that you've just met. It's possible, having banter. And so the short form bants also exists. Example sentence: there's been a lot of bants at the office today. There's been a lot of bants at the office today. Now guys, remember, these words a lot of these words are very colloquial, very sort of informal slang language.
Right.
So perhaps you might not want to use all of these phrases or these words, bring them into your English. It might sound strange, but it's great for understanding, for when you're in Britain or when you're watching British television or listening to British music, you can understand what they're talking about. So whether you use them in your English or not, that's up to you. But yeah, be warned that this is really colloquial stuff we're talking about here.
So in the States, or in American English, we would say banter, but we don't use that because we say the word banter. We don't like shorten it, so it just doesn't roll off the tongue. So we just don't use it that much. We would say something like, there's a phrase that we'd say like back and forth. We're just doing a back and forth, you know. That's not exactly joking. Banter is still more joking, but we just don't use it as much.
So for example, with banter or bants, I probably would say banter, but I wouldn't say bants. I wouldn't shorten it down. So maybe you might want to use the full form, but not the shortened form.
Okay.
Number 4 is a word that is in the dictionary.
Really?
But I don't use it because I think it's a bit rude. So the word is chav.
Yeah, I can see
chav.
this.
It's an insulting word to describe a poor, uneducated person. I don't like it. I don't use it. I think it's really, really rude.
It does seem really rude.
However, it's a word that's in the dictionary, and it's a word that you will see written, you'll hear said, so it's important to know in some respects. So chav. So if you describe someone as a chav, they are poor and uneducated in your opinion. As I say, guys,
wow. Yeah.
Be careful with that word.
Yeah.
Because it's not the nicest.
All right, so yeah, I don't know that we necessarily have a word for that. We would just say sort of, I think in the States we don't talk about people in terms of, I mean, maybe we do talk about people in terms of classes, but it's not such a thing. Like there's upward mobility, downward mobility in the States. So I don't think we would necessarily say that. Maybe people would in some circles, but I guess I just don't travel in those circles.
Other end of the social spectrum, you've got a toff. A toff. Again, this is a slightly derogatory or insulting way to describe a very posh person. Someone that comes from the upper classes, and you're saying it in a derogatory way. So, that guy is a toff. You're saying he's a posh person, that he's from the upper class, but it's in a rude way. So, you've got a chav at the lower end of the social spectrum and a toff at the other end. Both equally kind of insulting. Now,
I guess we would say like snob or a rich snob, because it's, I don't know. Here's the thing about being rich in the United States is that a lot of people look wealthy, but they're not. It's all based on credit. So people driving really nice cars or people living in a big house. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of look at that and I go, yeah, they've got a big mortgage that they have to pay, or they're probably living beyond their means. No. So anyway.
By now, guys, you know that in Britain, it rains most of the time.
Yeah.
So we need umbrellas. And we've shortened the word umbrella down
I can see that.
brolly. Brolly. So if someone ever says to you, have you got a brolly? It means, have you got an umbrella? Okay. Very important in Britain. A brolly. This one's a great...
I don't know. You know what? When it rains, I mean, so we just say umbrella. There's just no phrase for that. There's no shortened phrase. But the thing is that I don't like to use it. I don't like to use an umbrella. I prefer to wear like a raincoat or something like that. But anyway, that's no comment on the word itself. So
great word, chock-a-block. Chock-a-block. I enjoy saying that word. Say it with me, guys. Chock-a-block.
Chock-a-block.
Now this means super busy, crowded, congested, chock-a-block. So you're trying to drive to work and the road is full of cars and traffic.
Chock-a-block.
You could say, oh, the road's chock-a-block.
Right.
You can't get down it. It's too busy. Too many people, too many cars. Chock-a-block. Number 8.
We would use that a lot in the States for traffic. Okay.
I think is borrowed from Australian English. Up the duff. Up the duff means to be pregnant. Now, it's a bit impolite, guys. So don't go around saying, oh, you're up the duff to someone that you don't know, because, yeah, it is a bit rude. So, very informal, colloquial way to say someone is pregnant. So an example sentence, did you hear Karen's up the duff? Did you hear Karen's up the duff? It means, did you hear that Karen is pregnant? As I say, use that one carefully.
We would say knocked up. Knocked and up the duff.
This one's more of a phrase than a word, but it's used so commonly in British English. Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? Now, we use it to challenge something or that someone has said or done that we think is strange or stupid or wrong. We would say, are you having a laugh? So let's say someone bought a t-shirt for a lot of money.
See, we would say, did I do something to amuse you? And make a, if you ever see the movie Goodfellas, it's about the Italian mafia. And there's a phrase where Joe Pesci, if you know Joe Pesci, he goes, do I amuse you? Am I a clown? And it's like, it gets really serious, but he takes it to the extreme. Kind of a similar thing.
And they said, oh yeah, I got this new t-shirt, it cost me £100. Are you having a laugh? £100? Are you having a laugh?
Oh, okay, that's like, maybe I said it wrong.
Are you kidding? Like, what? You did something stupid. Are you joking? No, okay. I don't know why my voice goes very high whenever I say, are you having a laugh? My voice seems to go quite high. Are you having a laugh? It doesn't have to go that high. It can be normal, okay? Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? And fine.
Okay, fair enough. All right, I see where he's going with this. Maybe I misspoke early on. So we would just say, are you kidding? Or, yeah.
In British English, we've got lots of words to use to describe someone that we think is an idiot. An idiot.
You guys might use this to describe me. Some of you, at least.
There are a wide variety. There's one in particular, a mug. A mug. This was popularized by the TV show Love Island in 2017. I mean, it existed beforehand, but it became much more popular afterwards. If you call someone a mug, you think they are stupid. They are an idiot. Super, super slang, that one. Okay. Super slang English. Maybe another version would be a plonker. There was an old TV program called Only Fools and Horses, where they used the word plonker pretty much every sentence. So you've got mug, plonker, wally as well. If you're a wally, you're an idiot. These are, of course, insults.
Yeah.
Not too rude. They're not the rudest words you could say, but they are rude. So don't go around calling someone you don't know a mug, because they'll get offended.
All right. I don't really know what we would have for mug other than maybe just not bright. We would say, we have like a phrase we'd say, like, not the sharpest tool in the shed. But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think these are, did I do all right with these words? Any comments on them? I may have gotten mug wrong, but I don't know of any Americanisms for that one. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching Humor in History. I am John, and this was 10 British words that confuse Americans. I'll talk to you later.